Okay, time for another review. This week we had three new chords. We had E, A, and B seventh, which I don't have the sheet. I think it's the fifth line on the sheet. E is first finger on the third string. 1, 2, 3, third string. Then these two fingers up here on the fourth and fifth string. It looks like that. You play 6 strings. Try not to let this finger come down and touch that second string. It has a tendency to do that. All 6. Then the next chord was A. You take these two fingers, move them down a string, and then add your pinky on the second string. And that's a 5-string chord. Okay. If you don't like playing it that way, you can also play it with your first finger on the third string, then your second finger above it, and your third finger below it, all scrunched up into one fret. 5 strings. Okay, but I like this way. The fingers are thin, plus it's easy to get to B7th. I'm going to take this finger from the A, I'm going to take this and move it down to the first string. I'll move this one up to the 5th string. Now I've got an open string in between each finger. And then I'm going to put this finger on the 1st fret, on the 4th string. 5-string chord. And then for E, I leave this here. Put this back on the 4th and add that on the 3rd again. Now, you're strumming down here, of course. I'm just up here so you can see the strum. So E, drop these two fingers down, add a pinky, 5 strings. Spread this finger down to 1st and this up to 5th, and add that on a 4th. Hard to keep the buzzing out of there. Then this goes back up, this goes back to the 3rd, and you can do like we did with the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry about the buzzing too much. You know, let the little squeaks and noises happen. As long as you're in the right place, that you'll build up strength and the chords will clean up a little bit. Okay, then we had Joy to the World. And the only difference with this one is that we used the 2nd fret, which we haven't used before. We're using 1st fret, which is F, and the 3rd fret, which is G. In this song, we're using the F sharp here on the. Okay, nice and slow. And again, you hear lots of string noises when it's played slow like that. Don't worry about it, just work on the notes. Take the sections, play sections one at a time. Then go back and do that over. Then the next section. Okay, and whoops, it says low battery. Close. Okay, it should still be running. What else? Oh, this is a good song to use that rest stroke I taught you, where you land on the next string. That way you can find your way back to the string, especially when you're doing these fast parts. Now up here I'm going from 3rd down to 2nd. if you're just kind of picking and going out, you're going to have a hard time getting back to the string in time. The last thing we did was Brown-Eyed Girl. Okay, we had G to C to G to D. And there was also an E minor chord in here, which was, it's like E that we just did, except it doesn't have a first finger. It just has 2 fingers on the 4th and 5th string. G is 6 strings, C is 5, G is 6, and D is 4. And then we worked on the strum, pick or no pick. I'm going to show you with the pick for a second. We used the G, so we're using all 6 strings. My arm's going up and down, but I'm hitting down, down, up, down. My arm just keeps swinging, but I only hit on those particular beats. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. If you use your fingers, you can do your thumb, down, down, up, down. You could use your fingernails down and your thumb up. You might be better off just using a pick. You don't have to think about as much. And then the C. So what it was one of those patterns for every chord. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. I know it's going to be hard to make that switch without stopping, but you'll be thinking about how many strings you want to hit. G is all 6. But when you get to C, it's only 5, and then you have to start swinging your arm, but worrying about hitting this low string. Try to get 5 on the way down, and then only a couple on the way up. If it's a 5-string chord and you hit 4 strings, it's going to work. If it's a 5-string chord and you hit 6, that might not sound so good. So you can opt for a few less strings. I think I only hit 3 on the way down. I'm not even sure. Oh. So the song went down, down, up, down. Then the one other part was where it went C, D, G, E minor, and C, D, G, and then you're back to the beginning. Okay? Even if you don't get that song completely right, you get some chords going and get that pattern down, because the chords are very common and so is the strum pattern. See you in a couple days.